Dudes, I could cut a freaking giraffe in half with this knife. I don't know why I'm using a giraffe example. It's just funny. But I probably could. This is the previously reviewed Cold Steel Rajah 1 aluminum frame G10 handle scales, 12.8 ounces. And man, is that a sick blade. The Rajah 1. I reviewed that one, I don't know, 2010, 2009. I lose track. HOF, huge tactical fighting knife, folding variety here in the Nutnfancy project. I just love the Rajah series. Now, back about 2 years ago, I acquired a Rajah 2 and a Rajah 1. I was going to review it in 2010. Yeah, seriously, 2010. Just didn't work out. One reason is I went to a service that supposedly serrated the Rajah 3, which is right here, and it was screwed up. So I didn't want to roll that one in front of the camera. I just couldn't do it, and it was on my list of things to do. Blah, blah, blah. Long story short, there it is, the Rajah 3, and that's what I'm reviewing now. Hey, Nutnfancy, you said Rajah 2. Where's that one? Oh, that's a good question. I lost it. I don't know where the Rajah 2 is. It's around here somewhere. I looked like for an hour for it tonight, and I was like, freak, I got to do this review. So here we go. It's going to be a Rajah 3 review. Short one, Nutnfancy style. Thanks for watching the videos, all your friendship support. You guys rock. I'm going to tell you right now, you know I love this knife, but I also love that knife. What? Nutnfancy, we can't believe you like that knife. Guys who follow my knife reviews over the years, they learn my preferences. They learn my weirdnesses when it comes to blades. And I have them, just like you have them. Everybody does. Things you like, the second kind of cool things. And a lot of guys will be surprised when I like a knife over 5 ounces. At least this size. This is actually a pretty light knife for as big as this sucker is. This is a freaking hand kukri. Forget hand kukri, it's full size. This thing. Yeah, so they may be a little bit surprised when I like this. It's 5.2 ounces. The Rajah 3. The smallest version. It comes in serrated version, by the way, and this, of course, is the plain edge version. Let's take a look at it real quick. Short review. Short review. I guarantee it. Philosophy of use. I'm going to say, just like its bigger brothers, it can be a tactical blade, emergency defensive tool. Hope you never need it. Hope I never need it. Horrible, but if you needed it, it could serve in that role. Mostly because of the handle design. This is an Andrew Demco blade. Good job, Andy. Makes some great knives, that dude. We'll look at the handle here in a second. But philosophy of use, tactical blade. That's what I say. It's not so heavy, you'll leave it at home. It can integrate into your systems, absolutely. How about an EDC knife? Probably for me, no, in that role. And guys know that my weirdness with EDC is I like a smaller blade. What do I have clipped to me right now? Oh, here we go. This was not planned, I just have it. This is a SOG Twitch 2. So that's my EDC choice right now, today. And then this is what we're talking about. Slim, relatively lightweight, deep carry pocket clip. That's my EDC choice for today. Rajah EDC could be for you. I know a lot of guys that do it. They do. I have no problem with the bigger blades. I don't fault them at all for it. Collectability, high value collection, yes. Gift item, yes. Fun knife, yes, all that crap. Same old POU discussion I always have. Talked about the weight already, 5.2 ounces. It is a little bit heavier, but it is a lot stronger than several other tactical blade offerings, for that matter EDC offerings as well. The feel is excellent. I think the balance, the overall feel, we'll talk about ergos here in a second, excellent. Bead blasted AUS 8A steel from Cold Steel. Can rust on you. We all know that, especially with a bead blast finish. Looks cool. I didn't hard use this particular blade. Other Rajah 3s, I've had about 3 of them in TMP, by the way. I have, and it works well. I've talked a lot about AUS 8A. It's decent, mid-grade steel, easy enough to sharpen, takes a wicked edge, which incidentally, out of box, this Rajah 3 by Cold Steel is just about perfect. edgewise. The relief edges you can see, just about perfect. Os 8A. That organic kukri curvature though, that's going to be a bear to sharpen. You dudes know that. Speaking from experience, you're just going to have your sharpener follow it along. I'm talking about whatever system you use. Doable, but it's a pain. I have not reprofiled this particular blade. It's just out of box, as you can see. Let's take a look at the tip on the Rajah 3. Pretty precise. You can see the tapering there. Flat ground again. One thing I like about the kukri shape, I think you guys do too, is the accelerated cutting capability of the blade. You have that belly, and then the material or the media right here is accelerated towards the tip. This really shears well the kukri blades. They're shaped the way they are for a great reason. That's because of their capabilities. So I like the blade shape. It's cool. Other than hard to sharpen. How about the speed? Well, this is a waveable knife with the Ambi thumb plate. We've seen that on other versions, kind of like the Cold Steel AK-47, and I like it. I don't know if it's fair to say that I love it, because sometimes that thumb plate will bury deep in fabric and get caught right under here, has been my experience. Mostly it works so, and I love waveable manual action knives. They're one of my favorites, and this is just such a knife. So it comes out of the pocket really fast with auto-like speed. If you decide to deploy it manually, whether you're a lefty or a righty, you can totally do it with a thumb plate. Kind of like that right there. Bang! Fast, wicked fast. And then it has that awesome Demco Triad lock. Do I even need to say it? There's no movement in any axis on the Rajahs. Not that I've seen. Let's look at the old stop pin right here. That absorbs all this force. Not the lock bar. Wears in over time. Stuff I've said a lot. Nice positive lockup. Speed and strength are flawless. If you had to adjust it, there you go. Pivot point right there. Just love it. Handle material. They call it Grivery at Cold Steel. It's just a synthetic nylon like Zytel or whatever the crap it is. It's okay. I mean, it's not high traction. You can see my answer to getting this sucker out of the pocket quicker. Traction tape right there. I recommend you do the same, because that way your thumb slides right here, grabs that traction tape, initiates the ejection, as I'm going to call it, on the Rajah 3. Thumb plate engages. Bam! Good to go. Now, it's pretty slick, though. You can see there's no traction on the Grivery handle. Nothing meaningful that I see, so this is needed in my book. We talked about the handle design a little bit, but this is why I say tactical philosophy of use. Because just like this knife, oh, blast from the past, the Spartan. The handle envelops the hand like this, and that gives you traction just mechanically because of the handle, both in forward and reverse grips. So that's why I think it has enough traction for tactical POU. Says me, I could be wrong. I like it though. I just love this knife actually. It's one of these knives actually that I got, and initially I was like, I don't know about this blade. Kind of fat, kind of chunky, kind of heavy. And the more I carried it, the more I used it, the more I liked it. It grows on you. The Rajah 3 specifically is what I'm talking about. It grows on you. So it's a nice blade. Easy access to that thumb plate, by the way. See, there's no occlusions right here. No hot spots, rounding of the Grivery handle. Look how rounded it is here. Rounding on the lock bar. Big enough lanyard hole. I mean, I think I had to use a paper clip to thread this lanyard on. You might have to as well. Sick. You can use this as a non-lethal impact device too. I haven't talked about that like in eons. Totally could. Clip design. Same old, same old. Same old one we've seen lots with Cold Steel and other variations. It's kind of a funky design though, how it flares up like this. I think that's to accommodate thicker fabrics. What do I know though? Not super deep carry though. You're going to have that much protruding from your pocket. Since I'm often using this in a tactical philosophy of use, I put a lanyard on it. That and traction tape, as you can see. Yeah, so you might like that part protruding from your pocket. And also you're going to have, if I'm not mistaken, I'm hiding it on this side, another clip. So lefties, this is a great ambidextrous knife for you. Just put the clip on that side. Rock and roll off to the races. Durability, there's nothing I can really say bad about this knife other than, you know, you could upgrade the steel on it, I guess. And while you do that, you're going to upgrade the price, no doubt. Hey, that's a bad deployment. I want S30V, Nutnfancy. Roger that. $150 knife. As it is, the value on this is just smoking. What is it, like $55? Look in the upper right, that's where I recommend you go get it. 55 bucks for this? Totally worth it. Totally. Not made in the US. You're not going to get a knife like this made in the US for $55. This is a Taiwanese produced knife. But the quality control, like most, not all, but most of Cold Steel products is pretty smoking. Value is extremely high for the Rajah 3. Has a cool factor because it's just like this knife. Freaking cut a giraffe in half with that thing. You could lop a finger off with this. It's got the same blade shape. These kukris are just nasty knives. This is the smallest version though, currently. Who knows, maybe they make a keychain one later on. That's a Nutnfancy review.